Merry Christmas, grief-inspired tribe. If you have been following my videos for a while, I want to thank you, and I want to say I'm so glad that you found this video. And today I came outside in preparation for Christmas just to take some time, get some thought in, get some exercise, because that always helps with grief. Being outside helps with grief for sure. But I wanted to take a minute and leave all of you a Christmas morning message, because I know that the holidays can be really hard, particularly when you're grieving, and the emotions can be overwhelming, and you can be feeling really, really sad, and you might be thinking, well, this is supposed to be a day of celebration, and you don't feel like celebrating, and I get that. But what I do want you to do today is see if you can find a couple of moments to remember the love that you have, the reason why you're grieving, the reason why you hurt so much is because you love, right? So there's a direct correlation there. The more you love someone, the more you hurt when they're gone. And so I want you to take time today to remember that, and to find a moment of joy, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe it's the sun coming in the window. Maybe it's watching the snow fall outside your window because of where you live. Maybe it's being with the people that you love, even though you're not 100% feeling joyous, but maybe just taking a moment to be in gratitude and be grateful for them. And one of the things I do in my grief journal that I recently released is I encourage you to observe what is, know how you're feeling, but then take a moment to choose gratitude, because gratitude has to be a choice a lot of times, particularly when you're deep in grief. But there are certainly things that you can be grateful for, that you can find gratitude for, right? Whether it's the fact that you got up this morning, the fact that you're making it through the day, the fact that you can think back to all the Christmases that maybe you did have with your loved one. Take some time and say, like, what am I grateful for? There was a gentleman who was married, I think he said 53 years. And he said, I'm done, right? My life is essentially over. And what I want to try to do for all of you is encourage you to focus not on what you've lost, to focus on what you've had. And wow, 53 years. Wow, right? And can you be grateful for those 53 years? And what can you remember about those? And can you take the day to inventory? What have you gained in those 43 years? What do you have that those of us who didn't have 53 years with the person that you're missing, with your wife, what did you gain? So I think that's the first thing. And then once you can realize what you have or had or received, right? I'm personally working on my own, finding a way to receive more, to let some of the barriers down and to receive and let in some of the good, let in the nice things that people say, let in the good comments that you guys leave here, let in the importance of, how these videos can be to somebody who's really stuck, and let that in and be in gratitude for that, right? That's what I'm working on. But then once you can realize what you're grateful for and what you've had, then the next step is to start looking forward and say, based on what I've had, based on what I've received, based on what I've experienced, what can I give? Right? If you're the gentleman who's had 53 years worth of marriage and you're devastated because you miss your wife, what do you want to share? What can you share with somebody who isn't feeling it, who doesn't know whether or not they're going to find their true love, who doesn't know if maybe they never will. What would you share with that person? What would you tell them? And that's how you move forward, and that's how you carry on her memory, her legacy, what you had together, the legacy of what you had. It keeps going, and your relationship keeps going. So take a moment today to do some inventory, and then to look around and see what you have, and try to focus on what's there rather than what you're missing, just for a few moments, and give yourself a little rest. Don't force yourself, please, to go and do things that are not going to be good for you. And if it gets to be too much, you're with people who are saying the wrong things or doing the wrong things, and it gets to be too much, then take a break. Go outside. Leave if you have to. Say you got to go. But the point is that today is a day for you to take care of you. And if you believe, if you're a believer, then Christmas represents, for those of us who do believe, a new beginning, a new opportunity, a new start, for a new future. Got some bugs crawling on me. For a new future, for something new and different. And the change of grief is hard. But what new can come from it? And what can you give? And what can you learn? And where can you grow? And then finally, where can you find gratitude? Gratitude for today. Gratitude for the days that you have left on this planet. Gratitude for the memories that you get to carry with you. So I just wanted to say Merry Christmas to you. Have a fantastic rest of the day if you can. And if you don't feel like you can, then do your best to get through it. Because I want to remind you that you are not alone. None of us are alone. And if you ask me the reason why all of it, why are we here? Why are we on this planet? Why do people live? Why do people die? Why did I lose my son? I look at all of it, and what I've learned through all of the experience is that it's really to find connection, to connect with one another. So find a way to connect today. Connect to your loved ones, the ones that are here, the ones that are gone. Connect with yourself. Connect with the world around you, and connect with what you want your life to become. Because that's what Grief Inspired is. That's what it's about. It's finding what's new after loss. It's not about the death. It's about what do you do next, and how do you keep going. So keep going, and don't ever give up the fight. And know that I've got you in the process. Merry Christmas to you. Happy holidays. Be well and be safe. Bye for now.